You are the next housemate to leave the Big Brother house. You have 2 minutes to say goodbye to the rest of the house, and you must proceed immediately.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Come on, this is funny.
You stupid dog.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
No.
You're the one who comes. Yes, ma.
Oh, yeah, you son of stupidity. Try it. Make me and you run come up for inside this food. Try it. Only if believe it.
Pure one.
Oh, you're zoo. Try it. Oh, manager, exactly. After one.
This was the moment Rooboy got evicted from the Big Brother Naija house. We still do not know what Big Brother is up to, whether he is going to bring them back to the main house, but we are hopeful that they will be brought back to the house. And earlier this week, I won't really say earlier this week, like 2 days ago, Joana and Dede were evicted from the Big Brother Naija house. Though that is a fake eviction, but how it transpired was that red telephone rang. Everybody ran to go and pick it, and luckily it was Dede that got there first. And we all know that as at last week, the telephone rang. Joanna picked the telephone, and it was goodies that came from it. She was hosted. She and Dede, the person she picked, they were all hosted in a private lounge. So I think that was what the housemate felt when they saw the telephone ringing again. They felt it was another goodies, so they all ran. So when they ran and picked the telephone, what he heard was, it was even Ebuka, because it was Ebuka's voice I heard, and he said he should pick one housemate that is going to enjoy this surprise with her. She picked Joanna, and the next thing the person on phone said was that the two of you have been evicted from the Big Brother Naija house. It was actually shocking. I even thought it was a prank, but the next thing I heard, Dede, Joanna, you have 10 seconds to leave the Big Brother Naija house. Like, they didn't even have enough time to pack their stuffs. I think it was other housemates that helped them pack their stuff. So, but when they actually took them to a private room on blindfold, like they didn't even know the places they passed before they got to where they got to. They were on blindfold. When they got there, the envelope they were given was that they were still in the game. So that was a very good thing. Now that was when everybody's mind calm, because when that eviction stunt was put, like, social media went on fire. Like, it was so people that were fans of Dede, fans of Joanna, people were already ready to drag Big Brother. Like, the people were ready to drag the show. People were ready to just leave the show and stop watching. So it was when they picked that paper that we now got to know that, okay, it was a prank Biggie was putting, just like what he did during the time of Sheyi and Tasha. You know, Sheyi and Tasha, they were also fake evicted like that. Yeah, even Angel and Pere during their time. So I don't know when they are going to bring them back, but I know that hopefully maybe by next week, or even before the Sunday eviction, or after the Sunday eviction, they will be brought back. So aside that Dede and Joanna being evicted day before yesterday telephone rang again. I'm surprised. The whole housemate, they all ran again to go and pick the call. It was Rooboy that got there ahead of them. He picked the call, and to the surprise of everybody, he was also told that he has been evicted from the show. He was still taken on a blindfold. So yeah, Dede and Joanna were like, it was even a surprise sef when he got there. You guys, you watched the video of when he was evicted in the first clip. You also watched video of when he got to the room where Dede and Joanna were. When he got there, he couldn't even see them very well, because like I told you before, they all got there on blindfold. So he was on blindfold, and you know, when you are blindfolded, when you are removed, that when that strap is removed from your eyes, to look as if everywhere will go dark in your eyes for some minutes. So everywhere was dark in his eyes, so he couldn't see clearly. So it was Dede and Joanna. I think they now raised their head because they were lying on the bed, you know, with their duvet covered. They now raised their head and saw him, and it was very, very hilarious moment. And they were like, "You, what do they do for here?" And Rooboy was also asking them, "You, what do they do for here?" So it was very hilarious. And before we know it, just that yesterday that Rooboy was evicted. Maybe I know that we cannot take away the fact that Rooboy is vibe. Anywhere there is vibe. Today, the last video I dropped, it was the two of them. They were bantering. The three of them were bantering today. Like, it was very, very hilarious. Like, I watched it live. The three of them, they were just bantering each other. It was very, very funny moment. Boy with the ginger, him being out of the house, it has actually made the house somehow cool, because if Boy is in the house, the kind of ginger and vibe he comes with. So the house have been somehow cool, and a lot of housemates, they are really missing him. Unlike when Dede and Joanna left. When Dede and Joanna left, it was only Kola. It was only Kola that was dull when Dede and Joanna left. It was only Kola. Like, I didn't even notice any indifference with Coin and Jason J. It was only Kola that we saw moody. He was just sitting, he really felt it. Like, it's like he even cried. Then, but when Roboy left, like, the whole house felt it. Faith cried. He was emotional because he felt Roboy has been evicted for real. So he said it was because of him, that something like that it was him that made Roboy not to win the Pepsi challenge. He was not blaming himself, that had it been that Roboy was going to be evicted like this, he would have just allowed him win the Pepsi challenge. It was a very, very emotional moment for the housemates when Roboy left. So the roasting, when Joanna and Dede, they were roasting Roboy, it was a very, very funny conversation they had there. And Dede was not asking Roboy, so he saw that she and Joanna, they were evicted because of that phone call, and he still had the mind to go and pick the phone again when the phone was ringing. Roboy, it was very, very hilarious, and Roboy was saying that he felt they wanted to host them, something like that. With this telephone thing, because it's not very, very obvious that whenever the telephone rings, someone will get evicted. I'm very, very sure that maybe from now on, housemates will start avoiding that telephone. The way I'm seeing, people will start avoiding that telephone stuff. And a lot of people are even saying on the internet that they were sure that if it was housemate, it was a housemate that does not really have much fans like Tracy, that Big Brother would have evicted, because that was what a lot of people have been saying on X after the Big Brother put the surprise eviction of Dede and Joanna. A lot of people, they had a lot of things to see on social media, and they were saying that why they were not really evicted was because Dede is like the cash cow of the show. They all have fans, so if they are really evicted, that if they are really evicted, that they may lose lot of viewers and they will lose money. That's why it's looking as if Big Brother is trying to turn it as a prank. So Big Brother turned it to a prank because he didn't really get the housemate he wanted. That it wasn't the person that they felt was going to pick the call that picks the call. So it was like a mixed feeling on social media. So I'm even surprised. The envelope that they were given, like I've said before, it read that they were still in the game, and I'm sure Rooboy too is still in the game. And it is actually very, very interesting because the tax that they are doing today, being on Tuesday, the housemate, they are actually partaking, even though they are not really playing the game physically, but they were also dressed in the attire. Yes, kind of solidarity, giving support for the game. They're actually sharing them up and gingering them from the television, because in the private room where they are kept, there is actually television there, and they're actually watching what is going on in the house live. I don't know if there is volume there. If there was volume in the TV, it would have been very, very interesting, because I wanted Dede to see the kind of a friend that she once had in Midday, to see the kind of a backbiter, see the kind of a two-faced person, because I know that Midday and Bright, they will, one word or the other, they will talk about Dede, and it will be very, very open. Their kind of rubbish friendship will be so open to Dede. But I don't really know if they put volume. I know that there is live TV there where they are watching, but I don't know if there is volume, if they put volume so they could hear what the housemates are saying about them. It would have been very, very interesting if they are able to hear what other housemates are saying about them. So what do you guys think? Like right now, we don't know how this game is going to end, how this fake eviction prank is going to end. We don't know what Big Brother is up to, but I'm of the opinion, or should I say, I'm having the feeling that they may be returned back to the house on Sunday after eviction show, because they're actually safe from the eviction. Like Big Brother said that every other person is up for eviction aside the head of house, Thelma Lawson, and the three of them. So in a way, it's actually a blessing for them. A blessing, because they are not among those that are up for possible eviction. So guys, what do you have to say about this? What kind of game do you think Biggie wants to play? Do you think this eviction would have been real if Biggie have maybe gotten the housemate he wanted. Maybe if the housemate they wanted to pick the call had picked the call, maybe the housemate that had less fans, do you think this would have been a real eviction? Because for me, I felt it was not really for me. A lot of people on the internet, they are of the opinion that this would have been a real eviction, if not that it was their cash cow that picked the call, which is Dede. So guys, what do you have to say about this prank? What do you guys have to say about it? Drop in the comment section. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like, comment and share. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.